Greetings in the name of Jah, Rastafari. Houston, we have a problem. I hadn't wanted to make this video today, and here I am out in the rain under a bridge, but it is raining a little on me here. It's raining a lot out there. Prayer for divine intervention. Yep, the Trump Hornet prayer. And this comes to us all the way from Japan, and it's very necessary. 107 is in Japan right now. There's a lot of backstory about Japan. As you know, Trump gave a key to the former PM, and that key matches exactly on the US debt clock, the key of the Silver Warrior. So Juan is in Japan, obviously intentionally, and that country has $40 trillion invested offshore, largely in Brazil. A lot of that, it's 40 trillion US dollars. And they also have a record amount of bonds, which they may have to liquidate to hang on to the yen. We've reached a really critical time in this evolution that we're going through. And 107, though, my last video, I mentioned, it's almost like he saw it, by the way, but I had mentioned how balanced he is and upbeat all the time, despite the enormous stress and all of the responsibilities that he carries. Well, just the other day on Gideon's Army, he had an urgent meeting, and at one point there were 222 of us online. You know, that's out of 5,000 that are in Gideon's Army. So it was so last minute that only a few of us saw it. That's why this might be the most important video that I've ever made. Because Juan has given a very specific prayer for us. And in this call, too, he was having trouble to articulate, which I've never heard from him before in all this time. He kept talking about the heavenly realms, and that we need to have intervention from the higher realms. And on the call, which was organized by Jerry Foley of Gideon's Army, awesome work, Jerry, he had his pastor, and it's a lady, and her name is Marianne Geyser, and she's been the pastor at Water Church in Norwood, Mass for like 35 years, and Jerry's been there for 30 years. And she had a tremendous backstory, really marvelous, about how she came from South Africa, and God sent her to the land of milk and honey and told her specifically that he has great favor for America, and that she would have work to do there for him. So it was a brilliant backstory on her, and that Juan gave his introduction where he was having trouble articulate, but I'll fill in a second. And halfway through, she said, I got a reading, and she used Deuteronomy 7, which is about no fear. And Deuteronomy was all about how God led the Israelites out of Egypt. And trusting God, he can defeat any enemy, she went on to say. And we need to be grateful that we are with God, and he is with us. But we must pray to God, because only he can speak to the angels. We must pray for divine intervention, because the principalities, power, and rulers of darkness have infected the Republican Party. Yep, that's right, folks. It's a spiritual wickedness. 107 said that many of these people are doing things in their personal lives and private lives that are ungodly. So you can read into that what you want. There's certain things he never says, but he's definitely telling us that we have a lot of ungodly people that are working against the will of us, we the people, and they have unleashed this plan to stop the MAGA movement from within inside the Republican Party. And Juan has just, run across this, so he's sharing it with us. And it is urgent, because we have a real time thing. So This is the message to pass along to any prayer warrior that you might know, and anyone that loves America and trusts in God. And it comes, I found this in Exodus, but I'm going to go back to Deuteronomy in a second. But in Exodus 23:28, God said, "And I will send the hornets before thee." And he was talking about even then that the Israelites had embedded in amongst them traitors. And God sent the hornets against his traitors. And hornet is a somewhat of a metaphysical thing. It's like problems, cutting off their funding, taking away their support, even a flat tire. There's a gazillion. So all of us, when we see people, whether it be online, TV, or in reality, and we know that they're working for the rulers of darkness, in our minds is a prayer to bring hornet into their life. Trump hornet. In Deuteronomy 7:20, "Moreover, the Lord thy God will send the hornet among them until they are left and hide themselves from thee, be destroyed." So this is the Trump hornet prayer. And the whole purpose of this video and why I'm out in the rain here today is please take action. This is the first and only time 107 has sent out such a specific prayer request. And there are people among us with that direct access to the higher realms. So maybe this video will reach some of them and they will know how to ask God to seek let the angels loose and bring the hornets on these people. But most importantly, we must have no fear. Juan didn't. There was no fear in him whatsoever. I actually detected a hint of anger, which was something new for him. But he's able to see things in the system that we can't see. So he's put this urgent plea out. And 107 is asking us all to adopt this amendment to our personal prayers. Is God, please let the hornets loose. Let the hornets loose, God. And the reason this prayer, which is for divine intervention, is necessary so we can forward in this generation triumphantly. Thank you for watching.